are Anka. Stay tuned for updated real news.
Hello Anka Daily News viewers. We are here again today and we will share with you the developments on the most important issues on our agenda, the Russia-Ukraine war. As you know, while this war continues in all its reality on the front line, there is also a great struggle in the political arena. Increasing attacks and an increasingly tense war environment are leading to large-scale operations. Solid plans and strategies are needed to win the war. These plans and strategies need to be perfectly planned and meticulously thought out. Armies that fail to prepare for war in peacetime pay a heavy price in wartime. The better the logistics of an army, the greater the mobility of its troops. States that cannot ensure the mobility of the army have to suffer great losses because while the war continues at the front, the troops at the front must be regularly supplied with ammunition and soldiers. Troops that cannot see this support deteriorate over time and leave the war. If soldiers no longer have the will to fight, defeat becomes inevitable. The Russian army is going through a difficult time after the attempted invasion of Ukraine. Having failed to achieve the expected success in operations against the Ukrainian army, Russian troops are trying to hold on to the front lines. On the other hand, the Ukrainian army is struggling to seize the initiative in the air and on the ground. There has been a significant increase in the Ukrainian army's firepower. Their missile systems and fire support means have become a threat to Russian targets near and far. Recognizing this danger, Russian troops have been forced to conduct retreat operations in some areas. In response, the Ukrainian army has launched deeper offensives. In recent days, the Ukrainian army inflicted heavy losses on Russian troops in an attack with HIMARS systems. This attack attracted great attention, especially in terms of the targeted region. Now, together with you, our valuable viewers, we will analyze this latest attack on the Ukrainian army and other developments in more detail. If you're ready, let's begin. Before moving on, here's a small reminder. As the Anka Daily News team, we strive to bring you the latest developments in the Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. I also read all the comments you leave on our videos. Please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comment section. Tell us in the comments what content you would like to see on the Anka Daily News channel. Let's start if you're ready. Anka Daily News reports. Recently, an attack carried out by the Ukrainian Army's High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS, caused a stir. According to the claims, the targeted Russian battalion was completely destroyed, and these claims were quickly shared by thousands of people. After the attack, images of burnt vehicles and destroyed buildings emerged. According to the information obtained, this attack was carried out by units of the Ukrainian army. It was announced that this operation, in which HIMARS systems were used, was directed against the mobilization units of the Russian army. It was reported that more than 100 Russian soldiers were neutralized in the attack. This development is seen as a continuation of the successes achieved by the Ukrainian army using HIMARS systems. HIMARS systems provided significant advantages to the Ukrainian army on the battlefield. After the Ukrainian army started using HIMARS systems, it organized effective attacks on many strategic Russian targets. The Kyiv administration frequently shares videos of these strikes carrying out. The Kyiv administration frequently shares videos of these strikes carried out by the Ukrainian army, which makes the impact of the operations more widely known. The tactical missile systems used by the Ukrainian army in the war are highly effective. The Ukrainian army, which continues to actively use HIMARS systems, also gains advantage with army tactical missile systems or ATACMS. Cluster bombs and Storm Shadow missiles also make significant contributions to Ukrainian army's firepower. These modern weapon systems increase the Ukrainian army's effectiveness in the field and allow it to carry out successful operations against Russian targets. The attack by the Ukrainian army took place in the Chuvash region and was confirmed by officials in the region. The Ukrainian Defense Ministry reported that the 1st Battalion of the 1251st Machine Gun Unit in the Chuvash region was destroyed in the attack. This battalion was under the command of Vladislav Matuzas and was in the region to participate in the Kremlin's mobilization. It was also reported that this unit suffered many casualties, including many wounded. The Chuvash region is strategically important in terms of its relationship with Russia. In July 2022, the president of the Chuvash Republic, Olai Nikolaev, announced that volunteers would be paid 200,000 rubles upon enlistment. Following this announcement, volunteer soldiers began to appear in Chuvash, an autonomous region of Russia. Ukrainian military intelligence was closely following the developments in the Chuvash region. Aware of the shortage of soldiers in the Russian army, Ukrainian intelligence was observing the collapse of Russia's military infrastructure. As a result of this situation, it was conducting reconnaissance activities in certain regions. Russia is known to have serious problems with the recruitment, and these problems become even more evident after the liquidation of the Wagner Group. In order to fill the serious shortage of soldiers in the Russian army, the Moscow administration is trying to recruit soldiers from different regions. However, these efforts are not gaining the desired traction. Russia's situation is even more critical in strategically important areas such as Chuvash region. This latest offensive by the Ukrainian army has dealt a major blow to Russia's recruitment efforts. At a time when the Russian army's losses are increasing, the Ukrainian army's blows against the Russian army are very important. These attacks also greatly affect the recruitment of new soldiers. Ukrainian military intelligence is constantly conducting reconnaissance and observation activities, thus analyzing the positions and situations of Russian troops in detail. As a result of this meticulous analysis, it is possible to identify the most vulnerable and weakest moments of Russian troops. At these vulnerable moments, the Ukrainian army launches strategic strikes, causing serious damage to the enemy. Effective and strong coordination between Ukrainian units is one of the main reasons for the success of these operations. The communication and synchronization between the units ensures that the operations are successfully carried out as planned. This helps Ukraine to gain a great advantage in defense and offensive strategies. According to the latest statements by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Ukrainian artillery units targeted and successfully destroyed 9 Russian artillery units. Ukrainian Defense Forces also neutralized Russian unmanned aerial vehicles that were sent to attack during the night. These drones were shot down and destroyed by Ukrainian defense systems before they could reach Ukrainian territory. In the last 24 hours, the Ukrainian Defense Forces managed to destroy 12 Russian unmanned attack drones, 2 guided missiles, and 6 reconnaissance vehicles. The Ukrainian army is expected to launch more powerful and comprehensive strikes in the coming days. These attacks are planned with the aim of clearing the remaining Russian troops inside the Ukrainian territory. By taking advantage of the periods of weakness of Russian troops, the Ukrainian army can achieve greater gains. This strategy could increase Ukraine's defensive and offensive capacity and help it recapture occupied territories. What do you think? What do you think about the innovative combat tactics of the Ukrainian army, and what is their impact on the front line? Let me know in the comments. I read and care about them.